running a little late, but hey, that's kind of par for the course for us. It's been a trying day of what we were going to do, and it definitely did not go the way that I wanted it to here at the end. I had quite a few different things that I wanted to be able to show and do, and it just didn't work out that way. Cameras were not playing nice. Things were not going as planned. So we're gonna make do, because that's what we do here on Tuesday with Todd. And on tonight's episode, we're gonna talk about DTF. Ah, yes, DTF. Are you DTF? I am. Direct to film. So direct to film, we're going to talk about that, what that is, our process that we do, what we found. We're releasing our transfers tonight, so you'll be able to go through our website and purchase those. Stick around to the end, because we will give you a discount code that will go live tonight, and we'll be able just to, have some fun tonight. So let's get our check-ins. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're doing. What's the temp? Because I think it's only like negative 37 or something here. So we'll get right into it. Let's see how everybody's doing. Mike, thanks for stopping by. Grant, spill the beans, man. I'm going to tell you the goods, the bads, the ins, the outs, everything that I've learned so far, what I would do different, and I'm going to go through it all there for you. Paula, thanks for stopping by. Hello to you. Renee, good to see you as always. Jesse, thanks for stopping by. Who else? Facebook user. Hey, look at that. Facebook user, FU, because you're a Facebook user. Facebook user, CFU. That's what we say around here. So, to not be a Facebook user, you need to head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook, give them permission, and then we can see you. Your other way, and I can show the link for that or where you need to go. That's StreamYard.com/Facebook, authorized permission. We should be able to see it. Now, the way we get around that, so you don't have to do that anymore, is you just head over to our YouTube channels, which should be pulling up right about now-ish. Maybe. You can always head over to our link tree and find it that way. I know that one's there. Link tr.ee/fatdadcd will get you to all of our affiliate links, all of our channels, all of our groups, all of our training, all of everything will get you there. Straight links to the YouTube channels, fatdadlive.com or liveosg.com will get you there. So let's get back to where we were and seeing how everybody was doing. Toy, thanks for stopping by. There's another Facebook users. Look who's learning about DTF. So we're going to definitely talk about DTF. And like I said, head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook and authorize it for permission to be able to do. Aaron stopped by. So Aaron, thanks for stopping by. Great chat with you this afternoon. Rhonda, hello. How are you? How are things down under? Hopefully they're amazing. I bet they are. Tanya, hello. We got to meet Tanya over the weekend. She held on to a little Reggie for us, and we were able to meet up with her. And Jay, it was great to meet them. And now we're like godparents. We're related somehow. We just don't know it yet. There's something there. Becky, thanks for stopping by, and I'm glad that you had a very nice day there in Virginia. Chicago, cold, I'm assuming. Michelle, there she is. Michelle had provided us some artwork, so we're going to go over that. In fact, I do believe this is one of Michelle's artworks right here that we're going to show off and how to press that and talk about that. Kevin, thank you for stopping by. Sound is a little low on your end. Not sure if it's just you. It could be my mic because it's hiding. Let me see. Oh, how's that? Better? Whoa! And then that camera starts moving like this. So that's what we're doing. Actually, I got to get a new mount for this. I tried a new setup, and some of the stuff worked. Some of the stuff didn't work. Some of the lights are falling. Hey, whatever. We'll get it there. We'll make it so it's nice and pretty and everything stays the same. We're getting there. Andrea, thank you for stopping by. Heidi, hello. Don't forget, Heidi has is a great person to talk to. This Saturday, you're going to have a special OSG Decorators Community Party. We'll have all the information provided for you for that as well. Nan, +6. Hey, that's amazing up there. Looks like I'm spending the afternoon with the Deutsche. Amazing. All right. Margaret, continue to be surprised to see the smooth face. I know, right? I'm quite surprised with it myself. We'll see what we can do. We can watch Replay later, correct? Absolutely. So if you head over to FatDad Live, FatDad Live or liveosg.com, you'll be able to correct it there. Another Facebook user, like we said, if you head over to facebook.com, StreamYard.com/Facebook, give them permission, then we'll be able to see who that is. Now look, Michelle's here there. About the same. Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's just you. Get an Archon mod. No more Wayne's. Well, here's the thing: is The Archon, I don't think it will work here. Actually, where I have this built up is almost a mirror image of this. I had another mount. It's over here, and I tried using it over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, I'm just gonna build one right there, and it'll be fine. Logged in from YouTube, waiting on my kiddo to get out of practice. Awesome. Michael, hello, and Jay stopped in, tuned in for Reggie. Reggie's upstairs sleeping. That's what we're gonna do. Reggie's upstairs sleeping. So let's get right into it and talk about the wonderful world of DTF. So what is DTF? DTF, direct to film. Some people say direct transfer film, direct to film. I'm going to go with DTF is direct to film. Now, what does that mean? Now, if you know what a DTG is, a direct to garment, where you load a garment in a machine and it prints the design on. That's what it does. This is the same concept. Only what it does is it uses a printer and it prints on a film. So the film you load in and it prints. And what it does is it prints color first, and then it prints a white underbase, which is an overbase, but it'll be an underbase underneath. Boom, and it gives you perfect, sweet colors like that. Now, technology, fairly new. Proven, I mean, you at this point, if you are doing anything desktop-wise, the printers are all converted Epson printers. There's multitudes of different ones that you can use. We have the P600 that we purchased converted. I looked at it as one of these things. I haven't done it before. I wasn't going to waste the time nor money to do something and maybe screw it up a little more. So I just went ahead and bought the complete kit. Now, in our links in the descriptions here is our affiliate link to DTF Superstore, which that is who we purchased our equipment from. That's who we've purchased all of our supplies from. That's who we've purchased everything from. A wealth of knowledge from them to help in this process. It's been a really good process, and we'll talk about that too. So what it does is it prints it on a film. You then have to powder the film, and what that means is you're putting it in a bucket, and you're shaking powder over it, and you're moving it back and forth. And then once that's done, then you're curing that either in a heat press or an oven, and then you can finally press it. Now, let's go back to the beginning. Why did we decide to add DTF to our print layout? Well, we had found that left chest logos, because we do printed HTV, we do a ton of printed HTV that we ship out daily. Left chest logos are tough to do because of that small writing that's in there, the small text. It's just a real pain in the rear to weed that stuff, so we just don't do them. Other than that, if it was a solid piece, it works out great. It does have a vinyl feel to it, but it is a single layer of vinyl as opposed to multiple layers because when we print on it. So we love it because of when it presses that, we use the Caesar High 5, presses at 250 degrees for 5 seconds. Amazing stuff. But when it comes to detail, at the end of the day, it's still vinyl. So it's still a giant, it's still vinyl. So, you have that on there. Now, we found this, and I researched it 6 months or so, going back and forth on which ones do I like, which ones do I don't like, which companies do I like, which companies don't I like, because there's a lot of scammers out there, let's say. A lot of people who were doing things out of their house that had no website, no way to order, just, hey, ship me or send me some money, friends and family. That's the other one. Let's move that down just a tad. Oh, there, much better. So friends and family, so that way if anything happens, you're just effed in the A. So let's not do that. Let's start with that one. If somebody says, hey, I will do PayPal, but they don't do anything with protection, just don't order from them. I saw other people that could not show me live video of their machines. They had no videos. The videos that they had posted, there was no sound with them. There was no real information with it. So I was under the impression that they were purchasing them from somewhere else or somebody else, and then reselling was done, which is fine, but at least give some support and say that. Now, there's some other people that had an amazing product, and it worked really good, and they had tons of videos, but they didn't seem to like to play nice with other people, and they had some issues. They would have issues with other people, other companies, other customers, and that's just not somebody that I want to be with. But the product was great. I never bought from this person, never did anything, never had a bad experience with them. But from the transactions that I had seen, with other people talking, it just seemed like it wasn't my cup of tea that I wanted to drink. So I settled on DTF Superstore. I chose them because of the product support they have. They've been converting the P600s to DTGs for a while now. So you're able to buy a DTG at a fairly reasonable price from them. But the things you have to remember is that you're buying a converted printer. At the end of the day, you're buying a converted printer. So you're going to have to realize that it's not a purpose-built machine. I believe a purpose-built machine will be here in the next 12 to 18 months. Currently, you can buy purpose-built machines from China and ship them in. You will get a good product, mostly, as long as you're dealing with the right people. Support is where it's kind of up in the air at, because you remember, you're dealing with China. You don't really have that support that you're used to here in the States. Now, I do believe that in the next 12 to 18 months, there will be a company here in the States that picks it up and will carry them as branded as their own, but they're going to offer the support to it. And on top of that, it's probably going to be twice as much. So that's the thing. You're going to pay twice as much because you're going to have, something that is going to be supported here in the States. It's up to you to decide which way you want to go. Now, I went this way. Investment-wise, was about $4,000 on it. You're looking at, that was the printer, that was the supplies, that was, so the supplies would be powder, ink, sheets, what am I missing? Powder, sheets, ink, software, everything, everything to be out the door. So with that, you're looking at about $4K to be in it, ready to go. It shows up, you plug it in, you run a couple tests, and you're ready to print. Now, does that mean you are ready to print? No, because you're going to have to do some testing. We use EK Print Studio for our RIP software. It leaves a little something to be desired. We had started with Cathari, but when the package showed up, it did not have the software in it. That was a downfall. Now, anything can happen during shipping. Somebody pulls the wrong thing, doesn't do it, whatever. But when we had ordered it, we ordered it there and it wasn't there. So I called them up and said, hey, what can we do? And they said, hey, we can go ahead and ship you one out. Now, this was right during Christmas, so I knew it was probably be a week or so before I got it. And I said, Cathari might be a little more than what I need. What if we just go with the EK Print Studio and then some credit? And they said, perfect. The EK Print Studio was a download, so they were able to send me that. I was able to register everything online, and I was able to start printing that night. So DTF Superstore took care of me. There's a little snafu. They took care of it. Great customer service all the way through. I haven't had any issue with them when it comes to asking questions, getting products or supplies. During shipping times or during Christmas, shipping was shipping. So we can't fault anybody for shipping when it's something they can't control. That being said, everything arrived. Everything did good. Helped walk me through setting it up. They have a very active Facebook group that will walk you through, steps. If you have questions, you have answers. So very knowledgeable there. I do not regret making that purchase from them, and that's why I wanted to wait. I told people all along here, I'll fill everybody in when I'm ready, and I knew we were good with it, and that's why here it is. Plus, hey, we have an affiliate with them now, and so hey, that's extra. So anytime you spend money with them through our affiliate, guess what? We get a little piece of that pie, and then we in turn get to keep giving you fun stuff by between transfers and promos and discounts and whatever that we can do. We invest it right back in you. So we had a great experience with them, but then it came down to the testing because there are some issues. You got to remember, you're running white ink, and white ink does not like stuff. So you need to make sure that you're doing, for us, minimum of 3 head cleanings a day. If we're not printing regularly, we'll start one up in the day, we'll run one midday, and then we'll run one before we call it a day, because you need to keep that white ink flowing. If not, hey, you're going to have a head dry up, and you're going to have to figure that out. So we did not want to run into that. There was a time when I had that sinus infection that I did not do that for a few days, and guess what happened? Yeah, white dried up. So we had to run some head cleanings, and finally we got the white cleared up, and everything got back to normal. But it was a scary situation to realize, hey, I could screw this up because I didn't do things properly. With that said, if you are leaving for an extended time, you can pull the ink out, run a cleaning solution through it, have that set there, and everything will be perfect when you get back. Just recharge it like you would from your get-go, and you'll be fine with it. So, we've got through that issue, and then a lot of it comes down to what the artwork looks like. What are you putting on? What color shirt are you putting it on? If you're putting it on a white shirt, that white underbase is not needed. You don't need to have that white underbase on there because you have the white of the shirts. You need to think about what is going on there. Now, for us, we put white underbase under everything, so that way it doesn't matter. When we were looking at going through this with customers, it's going to depend on what they're putting on, if they need it or not. We just made it simple. We just did it on everything, so we don't have to leave that decision up to them. Because what if they buy a transfer and they want to put on something else? So we decided, hey, we're just going to do white underbase on it all. Plus, it was a lot easier to figure out what cost was there, and that's something that we can talk about too, cost-wise and where it comes out. Because while it may only cost pennies for ink, you have everything that goes into it. You have the pennies that cost for a print. You have the pennies for the ink, the pennies for the powder, the pennies for the square inch of paper. All those pennies start to add up. So while it may cost you, $2 or $3 to print a design, you're going to charge $5 to $15. You're going to charge 5 times that to print or to sell as a transfer, because there's everything else that goes in the back end. What happens when a print doesn't come out right? What happens when you mess something up? Because I think this process, we're printing, and then we're powdering, and then we're curing, and then we're pressing. So we're making sure that everything is good along that. So we want to make sure that everything is cost there. Now, before I start showing designs, talking about where we are with that, do we have any questions? And I feel like this chair keeps dropping on me. I swear it is. And that's because it did. All right. I could feel myself sinking there. All right, let's go through and we will answer some questions to this point and see where we are. Let's see. Oh, Aaron has it right here. For the party Saturday, we go to oursuccess.group/wonder. And now this thing is going to be amazing. We'll talk about this later, but like legit, it was some really cool stuff, and I can't wait to explain that to you. Reggie will more than likely make his debut at the end of the show, so make sure to stick around for that. Also, while you're watching this, make sure that you're subscribing. You hit that button. Anywhere that you can share this, use the Fat Dad Live or the Live OSG links. Send them there so that way they can get on this too. How well do they hold up in the wash? Okay, so we are at where Corey is watching this. Maybe she can bring me the shirt, because that is the one thing that I didn't grab. I think we're on wash like 41 or 42 of it. It looks to me like the day that we printed it out. 50 plus washes is what we're getting, is what we've been told for a wash cycle. Now remember, these things, should be just like anything decorated, washed inside out, hang to dry, no harsh detergents and chemicals, things like that, because those are all things that save it. Now, what have we done? We've thrown it in with everything. We've thrown it in with jeans, we've thrown it in with shirts, we've thrown it in anything we can think of. Did we hang dry? Hell no, we threw it in the dryer. We've thrown it in there, and it has looked really good and held up really nice. But I think we're on wash 41, 42, and it's looking great. And I think if Corey's available, she's going to look and see if we can find that. Love DTF and DTF Superstore. Yes, they have treated us very well. Hello, Stephanie. It's so cold here. My internet is freezing up. Yeah. Scammers. I got scammed. Yeah, and that was the thing, is there was quite a few scammers out there. Nobody knew. You were going a hope and a prayer that something was there, and I didn't see. I seen a lot of people that were hard on people about asking questions. And I mean, if you're going to drop a couple $1,000s on something, don't you want to know who you're working with, what you're getting, things you're going to get? There was quite a few places that were selling pirated software. Now, if I'm running a business, I don't want to run my business off pirated software. So if you're running pirated software and I saw you were selling it, you were automatically off the list. It didn't matter how good you were. And there were some people that did it that provided great information. The product was great with everything on it that I was seeing. But by having that, it was just something that I did not want to partake in. You love the way that I explained Big E. And so if you're in this community, you know who that is. And that was the thing is not my cup of tea, but hey, to each is their own. How much is Sisti? I don't know. It's the system about 4,000 is where we're with it. Now, that includes everything. That's a P600 that's been converted. That's all ink. That's all paper. That's powder. That's everything you need to, the software. That's everything to print right out of the box, ready to go. Now, you can get printers cheaper. The problem with cheaper printers is that they're just slower. So I had heard, 5 to 10 minutes to print a full-size print, and do the math on that, kids. That does not add up to me. That's not something that I want to do on a regular basis. So with us being in the print side of it, we were starting with this one. And if everything goes as I see it going, we might be upgrading to a larger format one. We just wanted to test the waters and see how it went. So you can get printers that have been converted to $1,400, 2,000, right in there. Let's say between 12 and 2,000, you can get like a P1400. You can get those slow, reliable, but you should be all in for about $2,000 on that. I think I got that one taken care of there. The P405 and use accurate not liking cord. What rip are you using? So, and that's the thing. I'm thinking of the EK rip. So the AccuRip 9, that was where I've seen a lot of issues with it because the ones that were sent out with the equipment were pirated versions. And there was a lot of people having issues where they couldn't be connected to the internet. They had to have everything turned off. They had to stand on one foot. It just did not seem feasible to me. But the ones that they got it and it worked well, they loved it. So it was like, oh yeah, which way do I want to go? I don't know, but I did not want the pirated software, so I got out of that. And then that's why I went EK Print. Now, with that being said, DTF Superstore is carrying AccuRip 10. That is a legit copy of it. So you are able to purchase a licensing for it. And that might be my next thing, is to purchase that and see how that see how that one works. Because EK Print, it's okay. If you do everything inside of your design software, then you're fine with it. You can't adjust as many things as you would like, but you can print with it, and we'll show you the prints that come from that. Chuck, what's going on? Renee, pennies. But the problem with it is it's the cleaning of the print head. It's the harshness of cleaning a print head. That's something that's where it is. Is too many print head cleanings can ruin a print head, especially too many consecutive ones. So that's where the big issue is. Cost-wise, then it's just part of the game. You're putting it in there. But when you have all those costs, that's when you figure out, okay, this is what it costs me to print a page. Because I'm wasting. I'm using this because I need to run these print cleanings. I need to do these other things with it. If you have 10 pocket prints, can they go on one sheet and buy and cut apart? That's a great question, and we will talk about that shortly. Big E is scary. Well, I think he has his place, and I think he's knowledgeable. I think that he has a good product. I won't say anything bad about him. I just think he's a little rough around the edges. I just not and maybe once I met him, everything would be fine. But he has his place. He does what he does. He does it well. He takes care. From what I've seen, he takes care of his customers, which is always a plus to me. Just because I don't get agree or understand the way things are done doesn't mean that it makes you a bad person at all. I've heard people have great experiences with it. Just not my cup of tea. All right, here it is. The L1800, 8 to 12 minutes for a print. We keep sinking. I need a new chair. I need to go steal that other chair. So that keeps happening. Or I need to lose weight or something, right? So yeah, 8 to 12 minutes here. 8 to 2, to print a sheet, that's crazy. So yeah, it's too slow for production. Now, I think if you were running a print-on-demand Etsy store where you had multiple designs up there and you were selling, let's say you were selling 10 shirts a day, right? $250. That's not a bad thing. $25 a shirt. If it's taking you you've got what? If it's taking 10 minutes, you've got 100 minutes in it, so you've got just under 2 hours of printing. Well, you can be doing other things while this is printing. So when you factor that in, you could make some money at it. But as far as printing on a consistent basis, no, it's gonna not be the greatest things. Yeah, accurate. And that's the thing is I've heard people love it and hate it, which that's why I wanted to go with legit software that I had heard good things about that people have had not as many issues with, because every software has issues. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the software issue, it's the user issue. EK Print seemed fairly reasonable. There's a couple of quirks on it I don't like. Being able to have a set settings and just be able to go that to every time, I don't like that. But I figured out my workaround with that is I just open up a new file, or open up an existing file that I already have my settings in, and then import my artwork there, so it's fine. Are we taking orders soon? Yes. In fact, I think it's live right now. If you head over to fatdadcustomdesigns.com or fatdadwholesale.com or anything on our link tree, I think they're all in there. You can head over to our link, tr.ee/fatdadcd. You can say, but the orders are being taken now. Now, I don't recommend putting in an order now until the end, because, hey, there's going to be a code that I'm going to give you to save some money, and then I need about 15 minutes or so after the show to be active. So we're going to go with 7 p.m. Central Time. So 1 hour and 30 minutes from now, everything will go live and the code will be good. So we'll get that in there for you. Let's see. Do you have to leave the printer on to let it run cleaning cycles? So I know there is software that you can buy. Do I have to leave it on? Well, yes, I have to leave it on so it'll run a cleaning cycle. Will it automatically do a cleaning cycle? No. So I know there's other software that you can buy to do that, but I have to physically run the cleaning cycle. It's not like my Roland, where my Roland will just automatically do its cleaning cycles. So that's why with the converted one, if you're going to be leaving for any amount of time, you need to pull that ink out of the system. You need to run the cleaning solution through it, and you need to set it up so basically for a vacation mode. So that way you're not worrying about that. But no, we'll talk about this one off air, Aaron. You'll get a kick out of it. So compared to Oki printers, is it just a cost issue? Well, I think there's a few different things. Cost issue. I think you can out of the gate, depending on the one that you get a better print area. So we'll talk about what we offer for our print selection sizes. The other thing too is you still have that, you're marrying 2 parts together. So there can be an issue with that. It's the same kind of concept here, because you're pressing, you're powdering paper, putting it on here, hopefully everything goes as planned from there. Texture wise, now I haven't did a toner transfer in quite some time. So if I remember correctly, did kind of have that papery vinyl feel. And since I was already doing the printed HTV, that was kind of close with it. This is going to be not as thin as DTG, because if you have a good quality DTG, if you need a good quality DTG print, order from Modco.biz, plug for Aaron, because Aaron's DTG prints amazing. The work from it is there. So if you have an order, send it to him, have it printed out. The feel on it is almost non-existent. It has a great hand to it. Now, this I place between that and vinyl. So not as heavy as vinyl, but definitely not as soft as DTG. Now, the other thing too is it's going to depend on your artwork. If you go let me put this stuff here. If you're going a full image, well, let's get that banner off there too. If you're going a full image, all the way down there, it's going to be like a heavy print. It's the same way with screen printing. If you do a full image, it's not broken up or anything, it's going to be heavy. That's just how it is. You can try and make things up, add some different things to do it, but the more negative space, the better it's going to feel. Now, something to consider is between the two of them. Why go one over the other? Well, that's on you to figure out, to honestly with you, because they both have their pros and cons. The laser toner can go on a lot more things. Now, have I tried these on some of the other things that people have had some success with? Maybe the hard straights, mugs, things like that? No, I have not. That's where I know that the laser toner, you are able to do that. So you have that there where it does open up a few more doors for you. Cost-wise, look what it costs you for a thing of toner. And I haven't priced out toner, so I couldn't tell you, but if I remember correctly, it's not the cheapest. I think a toner cartridge was about $250, something like that. I mean, that's quite a bit, considering what you're paying for. A liter of ink from DTF Superstore costs you about $100. So, do the math on where you can get that at. average print cost for me that I have found so far is between $1.50 and $2. That's about average, and that's all. I'd say that's all in most of the time, because now that I've got new paper in, we got the hot peel in, that changed my cost of there. So I've been running numbers on the high side of things to see where it is. Is there money to be made in it? Yes. Is there money to not be made in it? Yes. It all comes down to what it actually costs you to produce that product. While my numbers may be one thing, your numbers may be another. While you may only print on white sheets, you're not going to use as much white ink as I am. So, or on white shirts. So you have to take those factors into it. It's really, I will never tell anybody to go out and buy anything that they don't need. Now, hello, I have a Spangle machine. Who wants to buy it? Just saying. I think that it's almost a surefire thing being sold. So if you're in the market for a pro Spangle machine, let's talk. I will sell it to you. But the only surefire thing I'll ever tell anybody that hey, this is something you should really consider if you have a business for it, is a wide format printer, because of everything that it does, the low cost, the amount of things that you do. It's an amazing piece of machinery. With something like this is going to be, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to, where does it fall in your business, your repertoire, or where does it fall in line with what you do? Do you do a lot of full color designs that you have to order minimums for? Are you doing a bunch of printing? Then this might be for you. Do you like tinkering with things and having things that not go as planned a lot, and you can go ahead and have no problem messing with that, and you don't get stressed out about it? Then this might be for you. Now, if you don't like doing either one of those things, you don't have a bunch of those little orders, hey, then this might not be for you. Order transfers from, somewhere like Stalls or Supercolor, where they have, your 24 minimums. But with this, there's going to be some issues. It's not going to be 100% go all the time. And you have to know that going into it. If you expect to be able to turn it on, print, press, do everything, and it work exactly 100% of the time, you're in for a rude awakening. And that's pretty much how it is with every piece of equipment. It's on you to find the most knowledge that you can on it, and to verse yourself as much as you can, so you know what your machine does. It is just not a point click turn on, let's go and do this. You have to put in for it. Let's see. EKA is supposed to be working, being able to be for L1800. Other reason I don't recommend it, and that's the thing, is there with EK Print, there's only certain printers that it works for. So that's the other reason that I like that. I'll probably go with the Accurate 10, because with that, if I decide to go with other printers, that software is going to work. I love the more white channels on the P600 and 18. Also, just a few inputs. Yeah, so we've got four white channels on it. So that is definitely very nice. As Aaron said, if you're showing me his Facebook user, just head over to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission, you'll be able to see it there. Looking forward to this video. Yoo-hoo! I'm glad, because we'll show off some stuff. Printing wise, like I said, I ran into some issues, so we're not going to be printing per se. We might be able to. I might be able to print one. I won't be able to cure. That's the one thing I won't be able to do. I'll be able to print. I'll be able to powder. I won't be able to cure, but I'll be able to press. So I think we'll be able to pull. We'll be able to move. I got to see if this. I did not get a chance to test this camera, so we'll see how it is. Remember all this stuff from your old DTG? Yeah, that's exactly right. We are on the cusp of a new technology. Just like when DTG just came to the market and there was all these things, this is exactly what DTF is. And if you're not understanding that, you think this is going to be the end all be all and you never have to use anything else, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. That's why there's a lot that is going to go into this. There's going to be a lot of things. And until a U.S. manufacturer picks this up and brings it in-house and has the equipment to push it from there, you're on your own. So think about that when you're putting it out there. Ready to place an order? Amazing. We'll have it right there. Does it have the soft hand of DTF? So as I explained, yes and no. It has a soft hand, not as soft as DTG. DTG is an amazing hand with it. DTF is going to be more than that, but less than vinyl. All right. Do you use Teflon with DTF? Now, DTF, the way that it works is we're going to press it. Now, we have the hot peel, so we're going to show that. The hot peel, we're going to press at 320 for 15 degrees. Peel, it says hot peel. I have found that it is not 100% hot peel. Try and pull it hot. you might have issues. So I'm suggesting a warm peel with it. That is what we found in our day of testing because, hey, we just got it. We just got it last night, and we've been busy trying to get all the kinks worked out so we could launch it today. The warm peel on it seems so far to be working great with it. Inks, everything else is still the same, so it was just the paper with it. There are finishing sheets, so you can press after the fact. You can press your initial press of 320, 15 seconds, and then you can come back and hit it like you would a white toner, where you can mat it down. You can use butcher paper. We use the butcher paper. It seems to be working fine with it. What I suggest, and what we're going to do is probably for the first 90 days or so, when everybody that places an order, you're going to get some extra transfers in there, so that way you can test them out and you can try different things, and you can do that because you can define what's going to work best for you and your press in your situation. I'm finding mine feel. Yeah, and that's the thing is, especially on something that is a really hard, heavy design, you're going to feel that. Having something that has a lot of openings in it, you're going to have less feel in it. But that's the thing is, you're still putting ink on top of something. Now, they said sublimation, no feel, DTG, little feel. Then you're going to run into, it's tough because even with screen printing, depending on the screen printing and how much is in it, you're going to have feel with that. So I think a lot of people, get confused with that. Screen print does have a feel to it. It just does. That's when you can divide, or you can break up the artwork, and you're going to help alleviate some of that. You'll allow it to breathe, and you'll definitely feel it less, but you're going to have a feel with just about anything but sublimation. All right, so let's talk about what, I'm going to bring this over here so I can see a little better, and because we're going to offer 4 sizes. Now we'll talk about each one, how those work, and how we can kind of make things different, not make things different, make them a little easier for you. So what we did is we kind of struggled with this of not 100% sure the best way to go with it. Do we offer all in one, do we offer, hey, you have to get a minimum of this, you have to, and then I realized, we have the ability to not do that. So maybe we don't, maybe we don't do it. But then we realize, well, maybe it's going to be better to do that because there's going to be there's going to be more into it when somebody just orders a few things. So I will tell you tonight that there is 4 sizes listed. They were all single image per sheet sizes. There will be a gang sheet tomorrow, but the gang sheet will have minimums on it. So currently, the 4 sizes that we have are a 4.5 by 4.5, so perfect for left chest. That those are small, and then we have a medium that is going to be an 11-inch by 4.5 inch. So 4.5, 11. So a good chunk chest logo right type there. Then our large is going to be an 11 by 7. So think that we'll show you pictures of it. And then we have the extra large, which is a 15.5 by 11. Now, our extra large sheets will become our gang sheets. We'll be able to do those, and I'm going to figure out the pricing minimums on that. That's why that's the only one that's not listed. It'll be listed tomorrow. No later tomorrow, probably. I'll probably have it still up tonight. But with any of these, there's no minimums. So if you want to just order, did I grab my scissors? Did I grab the scissors? I don't think I grabbed the scissors. But maybe I did grab the scissors. Did I grab them? I didn't. They're over there. Oh, I did. Wow. Scissors. If anybody knows me, they should know that it's a miracle that I found scissors. Because we're going to now talk about colors and pricing. And I thought I had that one. Did I not have that one over here? Okay. Because we're going to show some stuff. This one will work. This one will work just fine. I'm going to cut it. You can't see it right now. So, 4.5 inch. Left chest. Perfect. Left chest. So, you can see the quality of colors that you're going to get with this. Boom, boom, boom. The detail that's in there. Amazing, amazing stuff right there. So your 4.5 is going to be great for your left chest logos. That's where we kind of came up with what average size designs that we do that we can make things work and work decent on. And so, everybody needs that left chest, which that was the part that really got us, is where does it fit a role for us? And like we said, it fits that left chest issue. So that's what we're running into with the printed HTV. Because on the printed HTV, if you're going to try and weed that, I mean, that's just a giant pain in the rear to try and weed some of that stuff. So we just wouldn't do it. We would tell people, hey, we need to have a white outline along this because you are not. I'm going to try and zoom in on that. You're not going to weed some of those little pieces. You're just not going to do it. And it's just not going to work that way. So we had to figure out, does this bouncing around? Does this that fills a need for us? Did I do a small one? I'm gonna look and see if I did a small one, because that was small. I need a medium. Medium is going to be our 11.5 by 4.5. And I think I got a handy dandy tape measure here to see if I did this right. That one's not a medium. Is this one a large? This one's a large, right? Isn't it? Yep. Okay. So I don't think I did a medium one. That's probably what I was missing. But here, this is a large. We're going to press them on shirts so you'll be able to see them. There's our large. So you're going to have a large. So those will be your full fronts. There's another one. So you can see the colors in it. Love the colors. And we'll see all these because we're going to press them, man. We're going to press all this. Artwork here came from Haunted Design Art. Man, I always screw that up. Haunted Design Art. Links are in the description. Maggie has some amazing artwork over there you can go get. Michelle Smith has some amazing artwork too that we're going to press for her. This stuff is listed in the description, or links there. So another full chest that we got here. Colors in it are amazing. So yeah, I'm going to love how all of this stuff turns out, plays out. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to press all of these. Oh, I did. And those are left chest logos. So left chest logos. And you can see, if I had it up here, and we'll press these and see how they all turn out. So we got the small. I didn't, like I said, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I didn't have the mediums. Medium sheet. It's 4.5 by 11. Oh, price-wise. Let's talk price-wise. So yes, there are no minimums. We're not gonna say, hey, you just need one or two. Perfect. We'll go ahead and do that. But with that being said, there are price breaks. So almost all price breaks are going to start at 7. So 1 through 6 are going to be one price, and then as you order more, guess what? The price goes down. So on a left chest, you're at $5 for a single one. Now when you get up to 13 of them, it drops to $3.50. You get up to 50 of them, it drops to $2.10. So you can see as you order more, the price goes down. That's how we were able to get around having the minimums. Is yes, you're going to pay more for those. Now, one of the other sheet sizes is the extra, because we did the small, we did the large, is the extra large. Now, the extra large is going to be that 15.5 by 11. And when I say 15.5 by 11, that's what you're looking at. So you're looking at a pretty hefty sheet. So you're going to have quite a bit of room in there. You can do some really fun stuff with it. Like I said, the colors are stupendous. This is what I mean about breaking that up. You see all those breaks in there? I want you to tell me who's going to weed all of that stuff. Because designs like this before, I loved, but I'm not weeding that. Not printing that. Those are screen print only. So you're either doing screen print or you're having somebody DTG it, because you're not doing that in vinyl. You're just not. So those are the 4 sizes. So we've got a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large. Now, before we get to pressing, do we have any questions? We've kind of found a feel of hers. I'm finding my feel great fit for the first couple of days, then feel like vinyl after that. Still working. And why? New challenging every day. Check your ink saturation. It was one of the things that we saw, is we still have that same feel. Like I said, it's not as thick as vinyl. It's definitely not as low as DTG, but and accurate, who knows how the settings work in that. I found on ours, a lot of it was like on my saturation, how I was doing stuff. When I was laying down a lot of ink, man, it was just, there's just a lot of ink that's there. So definitely, you're going to play with your settings. Like I said, we went through almost $1,000 in materials between inks and powders and films, just trying to get our settings in before we felt comfortable being able to release transfers for people. Because the last thing we want to do is produce a crappy quality product. So by doing this, that's just part of the fun of it. So excited! I know, it's super exciting, right? Is the powder the powder? Let me see. I might be able to grab the powder. Oh, maybe without falling. And my powder doesn't have anything listed on it. I did not have that information handy, but I will look and see for you. We can go to DTF Superstore, find out what exactly the powder is. I'm under the impression that the same powder that is for this is what is being used for screen printed transfers. There's also a black powder that we got in, but we haven't tested yet. Way more expensive, and that's supposed to be a blocker. So it is supposed to, if you use it on, like sublimated items, I always ran into it on like the DigiCamo stuff, where you would have, it would come through. This is supposed to stop that. And it will be an added cost because it looks like it is way more expensive. I will say that it was still cute artwork, and like I said, you can find that over at Michelle's group, Sweet and Sassy, right? Sweet Sassy. I have it listed in the description, links in the description, so that's where you have it as. Which one would you suggest? I have an image that is 8x9. It is going on a hoodie pouch. So an 8x9 is going to be, see, and that's where we're going to run into some issues at 8x9, because it's the large size is 11x7. So this is where the gang sheet will come in. Problem with the gang sheet is there are going to be a minimum of 12, and that way, here's your area. You can fill it up as much as you want. You just need to order 12 of them. So look for that. Otherwise, I would see if I could drop that 8x9 to 7 to see if that would fit in there, because otherwise you're going to have to bump up to that extra large sheet, which is this. And since it's single image, it's not going to be really cost effective. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's just the way it is. All right, we're going to see if this thing will work, and if I can do it, we're going to see if we can. Stream, hey, look, we're back. I need to move this one, right? No, how do I do that? How do I do this if we click that one out? All right, now we should be good. That was fun. I'm not quite sure how I ruined that, but I hit the wrong one, and so now I'm going to see if I can. There it is. Okay, there it is. Stop. I don't want to stop cam. I want to go cam mic settings, and now we're going to get over to our camera, and I think we can switch over to this camera. All right, we're going to switch over to that camera, and then it should work. Allegedly, we're going to see if this works. Yeah. Yeah, it totally went away. It totally, I don't know what it did. I need something right there. And this is not going to work. I'm going to make Corey hold this. Haha. Okay. So I can see that here. We can move this over here. And we can print. We can show a print. Like I said, I won't powder. Or no, I will powder. And we'll go off on this. So let's see. Okay. We're going to open. We're going to do this one. I know you can't see any of this, but whatever. This is just all in the fun of the spirit of things, because you know how we do. That's not it. I thought I had it set right here, and maybe this will work better. Yes, okay. So now we're going to send it to print, and then we'll be able to see how long it takes. I'll answer your questions. I'll be able to do that fun stuff right there. Okay. So that's going to go to print. Now, one of the things she's going to kick on, it's processing. See, it didn't take it. This is one of the things that I saw with EK Print earlier. There it goes. Is that sometimes it just took a little longer to process than other times. I also found that it does not like the bigger paper as much. And see, it does not like the bigger paper as much. It'll grab it and then try and spit it back out. So, as you know, that's how we do things around here. Is that when things are going to fail, they're going to fail when we're live. And these are the issues that you're going to have to deal with, where things do not always go as planned. There we go. Nope, there you go. It's going to spit it out again. And so, as I said, these are processes, man. These are things that you get to deal with as you try and make this all work together. And I think it's because I just got one in here. I think I need to grab a couple more. But this film is super. There it goes. Okay. So I'm going to be able to open this up. And then I'll be able to bring this camera in here. And I'll be able to maybe. Nope. Maybe. Okay. So you can see what it's doing. I don't know how well you can see, but you can see where it's printing the color first, and then it's coming back and laying the white afterwards. So this is the print process that it goes through. And if you want to time it, time it. See where we're actually sitting at with time wise. I didn't time it because hey, whatever. But this is what it does, folks. Is it just prints? It puts the white, prints the color first. It prints the white over. So from there, we're gonna move some stuff, and from there, we'll have to put it in powder, and we'll show you the whole powder process. And I think I got shirts and everything else ready. So we'll be able to press these and see how they all work. Okay. So while that's printing, let's press a couple shirts. Now that looks like that is somewhat fine right there. Okay. So on the shirts, I like to pre-press, just a couple seconds. You want to pull that moisture out of there. 320, 15 seconds is what you're going to do. And like I said, a warm peel. Now I'm not putting anything over it. I'm just pressing on it and going. Let's go with this one first, shall we? I guess I should have thought about that, Michelle, is that I'm going to have Corey find me another shirt because this one, probably can't hear me with the mic's behind my back.
I can hear.
But this one is black on a black shirt. Probably not the greatest design for that. So we'll have to pull another shirt for that. Let me see what other one that I have here that we can do. That one.
Will white shirt work or do you want a color shirt?
White shirt will work. Okay. So that one. Maggie will use her design and we'll see how this one turns out. This is not working how I want it to. I totally need like another stand or 7 to make this work.
I could hear you like when I was behind you.
Yeah. Oh look, now she's like making all kinds of noises at us.
We were doing schoolwork. Sorry.
Schoolwork. Okay, you hold that because we're going to keep screwing this up. Okay, so we're going to go to the white shirt and back to that other design. And white shirt. White shirt in the design. As you can see, that's still printing over there. It's just about done. Let's do the front of this one. And this one is what, a 50-50 blend shirt. Cotton core, right? Cotton core. We're just going to double check. There's cotton core, 100% cotton. So here's your sublimation answer on how do I print on cotton. You don't, because you're sublimating. So you're going to use another process. This being one of them. Oh, that's kind of gross, isn't it? That's got really wrinkles in it. So let's get that one out of there. Let's go back and find our love transfer that I so unceremoniously threw away. We're going to put that on here. I can see where that clearly is now. And here we're going to press. This is going to be medium to firm pressure, 15 seconds, 320 degrees. So we'll let this bad boy go. Not too long. And like I said, warm peel. Yes, they said hot peel. I'll probably hot peel one so you can see. But warm peel. I didn't grab my... Usually have a hoodie on to soak some heat out in the arm. And I always use another shirt to pull some of that out of here. And one clear motion. And there it is. Just like that. Don't burn yourself when you lift it up. There you go. Easy breezy, cover girl. I think you can see. Perfect. So we've got that one. Now we'll be able to grab the black shirt and we'll see what we have for that. Meanwhile, you can see that guy still print over there and it's just about done. In fact, it sounds like it's getting really close to being done. So we're going to go back to our black shirt. And we're going to go, a Lucky AF design supplied by good old Maggie. There we go. So we've got that on here. We can go ahead and press that. And then what we'll do is this one next over here is we'll go ahead and show you how we powder it. And it's a messy process. Let me not forget that either. It's a messy process to do. You're going to have effing powder everywhere. Now they do make shakers that are able that you're able to put on that, get a roll it through that. That'll probably be our next purchase before we go bigger. But as we pull that one off, you can see there it is. Ta-da-da-da. And just like that. Done. Like I said, as far as stretchability, there's your stretch in it that you can see. Where do you want to stretch it at? It's completely up to you. There's that. So there's shirts there. I guess I can't throw that shirt on top of that because we're going to run on that. So let's move over. Before I powder, let me see if we have any questions. And see where we are with stuff, because I'm going to switch back to camera. And then you can tell me if we have any questions. All right, let's see. Any questions so far? Let me grab it. I can grab the two shirts so you can see those. Cute artwork. Yes, we're there. Got off work. So curing, that's the thing. So we have been using, on the littler stuff, we started with an oven. We did 275 degrees for 30 seconds. Perfect for smaller things. When we came with the bigger ones, it doesn't fit in the oven, so we're going to have to get a bigger oven. So then we moved over to the press. Now, on our El Cheapo press, it took 330 degrees for 2.5 minutes to get there. The Stalls one we've been testing today to dial it in. Haven't dialed it completely on this one yet. So this is another thing when it comes to testing. You hate to say it, but guess what? You got to figure out what works for you. This is one of the reasons that as we go bigger with it, we'll probably end up with the tunnel dryer or the all-in-one systems that come with the printer, the shaker, and the cure oven all in one that are on a roll. That's the way to go, because set it, get it, good to go. Yeah, the paper spraying out happens so much. I know, it's fun. Now, on the smaller sheets, when we're doing the little A4 size, right? A4 is smaller. When we were doing those, we found that if we had, we needed at least 25 sheets in there and held against the back. It worked perfect every time. On these bigger ones, because of the slipness on the back, they just keep sliding around. So we found about 10 to be about good at, and of course it didn't load it, so whatever. You got to see how much fun that was. Stand your tray back up straighter and then help pull it through. That was the thing. When I had it up straighter, it was falling towards the front because of how tall the paper is. It was falling forward. So it's finding that fine mix between which way is going to be fun with it. Awesome, yeah. Got to send me one of those files and tell me the cost and time to make. That's perfect. That's what we'll do is we'll put one of these together. We'll see where it is on it. You want to go like full size? Actually, I might do a couple different ones so that way we can see it. Don't need a cover sheet. I've not used a cover sheet. Don't put that right there.
Put the microphone in it.
Oh, I thought it was like put a box right there in front of me.
No, I microphone.
Yeah. So no, I haven't used a cover sheet for it. I just pressed on that peel. Like I said, some people are using a finishing press where they're putting butcher paper or some of the stuff that's the same for the toners where they're using Teflon sheets and that. I have yet to do any of those. Sometimes we'll do the butcher paper. We do notice that sometimes on the fine text that it is leaving a little of the adhesive of the powder. Now, with that, what we have found is hitting it that second time makes that powder disappear. Actually, it makes it go into the shirt. You really can't feel it. That's been our way around it. So you can always hit it again if it's there. Sometimes the humidity plays a big part in this whole process. So, definitely knowing your settings, get everything under control is there. Okay, made it 7x7, so perfect. It should fit on that just fine. Okay, so we're going to switch back over to that other camera, and then we're going to show you how we powder and how much it sucks. And it's like I said, this is all part of a process. And when you have this process, it doesn't always work the greatest, and there's easier ways to do it. But this is what we found have worked so far for us. So here's what you got, right? So we got this. Now, this is what we found is you pull it out, and you can see there's ink on there. There's your wet ink, and now you need to add a powder to it. I didn't think this out because now I have it here. So you've got your tub of powder, magical, right? So we've got a tub of powder. Now our tub of powder, in goes your transfer. Now, for demonstration purposes, I want you to be able to see. No, you can see down here. I'm going to do this right-handed. Totally throw me off because I'm left-handed. But you've got a powder. See, I don't even know if I can shake it right. I feel weird. But you got to sprinkle this bad boy with powder. And this is a giant. This feels so weird doing it this way. It like literally stressed me out. Ooh, made me feel super weird. So now you're going to roll it back and forth on here. All right. You're going to get it back and forth. Ta-da, ta-da. Your powder, you want to make sure you have your powder. It's covering everything, and then I try and put it back here in the cup. Try and get off as much this way. And then you're going to, this was not the smartest idea because it's right there. So you can see that powder come off of there. As you flip it. I'm trying not to because I don't want it to go everywhere. But this is what you got to do. Just get that powder off. Now, when you look on there, you can see where the powder has coated it. Now from here, this is when it would go to cure. So since I have this set up and I haven't nailed everything down with it, curing is going to be a giant pain in the wonkers. So we are not going to do that at this point. But from here, it go to cure. Then after it's cured, then you can press it. So we'll just move this out of the way for now. And we will go back over to here. And we're going to press a few more shirts. What do you think about that? So another shirt here. On this one, we are going to do, I think we're going to do that big one. That big full one. Yeah. So we'll get our moisture out of it. Any questions, comments, concerns? I really should put a monitor here so that way I can see when you guys are there. Probably bring it up on the good old YouTube or on the laptop or not. What's that thing called? That thing from Apple iPad. All right. So I said there's your full chest, your full extra large sheet. So there's your extra large sheet. I mean, you're getting quite a big print area out that. Does that look straight to you? Yeah, it looks straight. It looks straight enough for me. So 15 seconds, 320 degrees, warm peel is what we're gonna do. So I said, usually I have a hoodie on, I can roll that. I just got another shirt. You're gonna want to pull out some of that heat. And you probably use a cover sheet, or you want to roll through that with there. Pull out some of that heat. Let's see what happens, shall we? As we pull, see? Too much. I wonder if you can see that. Either we didn't cure it enough. You see how that's right there? That's what happens. And this is a good thing to show. Let's see if we can have it right here. See? Not enough. Either I didn't cure it long enough, because this is the last one that we were trying to do before we did this, or we're peeling it too hot. But that's what happens. And that's, like I said, all part of the testing of what we did. You can see that I might not have had enough powder up here when we did this. I might not have had it underneath the press enough when we cured it, because it's just there at the edges. The rest of it is fine. And since this is us trying to do it on this press, hey, we're learning something new. But there's your full color. And you can, there's got feel to it. But by having all those openings on it, you've got good stretch, breathability with it. Overall, I'm impressed. I would wear it. I won't wear this one because I'm too fat. But this will probably end up in one of our kids. But there's your colorings for that. I'd say, I know we got some more stuff. Oh, look. I don't even know if you could hear me over there. maybe you could. I don't know. I don't know if you could hear me or not. One way or another, you will hear me. We'll get it figured out. So, I'm going to find some more. Michelle's got a couple. Oh, yeah. Let's go with this one. Really like the coloring on that one. See how this one looks on the black shirt. And we'll press that one and see how that turns out. So you can see this bad boy. And these transfers, I'm going to send over to Maggie and Michelle as samples, as thank yous for helping us out. And I'm sending the shirts for display, so that way they can show those off too. But Mama tried. We're going to put that on here. That looks about right. Ta-da, ta-da. Like I say, you can find all this artwork that we're using tonight in the links between Maggie and Michelle. We have both their links there to their stores and Facebook group. You find all the supplies over at DTF Superstore. We have our affiliate link below, so if you're going to purchase, please purchase through that so that way we can continue to provide great things like this. Pop up, boom, boom, boom. Now remember, we are not going to do it hot. We're going to do it warm. And like I said, we'll take a little shirt to that, pull out some of that heat. And there we go. Another magnificent print. Probably should do that on a white shirt or a different color because of that black. But Todd tried. Mama didn't. Todd tried. So that, my friends, is DTF printing at its finest. Now I'll continue to do videos as we continue to do it out. I set my goal to have this done within these 2 weeks, and I did. So now I have to refine it. Let me know what your questions, comments, and concerns. I will tell you what we have coming up, where we're at with that, while you guys can put it on there. Let's see, we'll click on there. Can't you put the lid on? No. Because if it sticks to itself or anything, that's ink, wet ink on wet ink. No. Now, in the shakers, what they do is it's coming through a roll and it goes through a bottom. It's a shaker. And it's shaking the stuff, and there's powder that's in there, and it's getting on it and it shakes it. So those are going to be great. We're going to look at a couple of those. There's a few that I've seen that maybe not. We'll see how it all plays out there, like chicken wing, or how I just did. Showed up late. What's the printer? That is not a sub printer. That is a DTF printer. That is a Epson P600 from DTF Superstore. Like I said, you can find it through our you have your sticker pressed too. Awesome. Yeah, I try to put stickers on everything, right? You'll take the shirt. Amazing. Move the mic. Ooh, I think I found it. Yeah, I need to order a wireless mic. Leather and quick. And I didn't think about this when I moved over stuff because I should have a 10-foot extension for this, and I didn't. I just ran out of time today. There's a lot going on. How long in temp do you cure? So currently, like I said, the 330 at 2.5 minutes is what it was on our our poopy press, our crappy press. It fit fine at the sheets that we're using. Now we're going to have to switch over to the Stulls Autoclan Hotronics, which you can also find a link to that down in the description in the link tree. But with that, we're testing to see where we're at. I'm going to start there and then go and see where it is from there. Great, just made an order. Woohoo! I did see it pop up. So, and we're going to throw in some extras. Like I said, during these first 90 days, you're going to get thrown in some extra stuff, so that way you can test it out. You can see you can see what works for you. So we're going to do that from there. Yes, from what I've seen, yes, you can run through a tunnel dryer, depending on the dryer itself. What is it? The airflow, because you don't want it flipping off. But anybody that's doing classical transfers, same concept. Yes, you can definitely put it on a tunnel dryer, run it through there, and you'll be fine with it. What are your artwork requirements? And to jump over to YouTube, Facebook wasn't working. Excellent question. So vector artwork is always preferred. If you have a vector of it, top notch. That definitely helps with everything. PNG would be the next best. If you have a PNG of it, but the PNG needs to be sized to the size of print that you want. If you were sending me a PNG that is 4 inches and you want it 11, probably not going to happen. Or if we do, it's going to look like caca. So think about that. You want the artwork size to the final print, and vector is always best, but PNG will work in. We'll have that listed in there. So, yeah, two things that we got going on now. So we're going to have code. Like I said, it's going to be 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Everything is going to go rock solid off it. There is a there'll give me a code. The code. Let me put it in here. And Jessica, since you already ordered and you didn't put a code in because I hadn't given you the code yet, we're going to make sure we take extra special care of you to make up for the difference for it. So the code, like I said, and this will be good. Ooh, look at that bouncing because I hit the damn thing. We're gonna. Ooh, I don't want to make it all bounce. That 10. That's what it's going to be. I think I can kick it over here and do this and make it all. One of the things that I did just learn is you can't use the tape measure as a mouse. Just because they're the same size doesn't mean it's going to work. So you need to make sure that you use the correct thing. So the code is going to be fat add 10. That's going to save you 10% off of your order. Magic word, 10% off your order. Now, if you're an OSG member, look tonight because we're going to put a special code in there that is going to be more than 10% off. So that is something else to think of too. Right here, you're going to have FATNet10 is going to be the code that's going to save you 10% off. I will have this code good at least through the end of the month, probably through March. Maybe more codes that pop up, but right now, here's the standard code. FATDAD10 will save you 10% off your transfer order. Now, like I said, if you're an OSG member, hold up because you're going to need a little better one. What else did I have here? Kevin said, you said no minimums, but with all the processes, is there a maximum point where it's not profitable? So here, let's think about this. I have created a network of people that I have worked with, and this is part of going into this. So if I have a big order that comes in that I can go to and I have priced accordingly to be able to have that same help from them until we get to set up for it. But even at now, our prices are set so that we are still profitable at it. A lot of this is just repetitive stuff. So when you get in the groove, you just start rolling through it. It's just like anything else. You start finding a way to streamline the process for it. So we price accordingly. So if somebody orders a ton of them, we'll still be profitable at it. This is where it becomes so important for you to know your numbers, which if you're in the 5 keys, guess what? That's what our first one was know your numbers. And what are we following up with? Hey, this is the last week of our 5 key series. Tomorrow night, marketing. And this is going to give you a general overview of marketing, some ins, some outs, SWOT analysis. There is a lot of great information in tomorrow night's training. It is definitely one you will not want to miss. Now, there's still time to get in. You can get into these all the way up until, I would say, the hour before. You can definitely check out. You can come in for it. When you sign up for it, you're also going to get all the previous trainings that we've had. So if you just head over to OurSuccessGroup.com, you can find all the information out there. You can sign up for it. You can still get all the past trainings. You can get tomorrow's live training. It's definitely worth it if you want to take your business serious and to the next level, and to make sure you're profitable, and make sure you're making money on every job, and your overhead's covered, the days off are covered, and you want to know, hey, I'm not sure how to follow up with this or what to do. This is going to give you a solid foundation for your business, and it becomes highly recommended. There is proven principles in this that will make you have a successful business. So head over to OurSuccessGroup.com and check that out. One of the things that we have going on this weekend is, what did you decide to call it, Aaron? The Wonder Party. Found some software that is pretty cool. It's going to allow us to, we had the decorators community after hours parties. We still aren't being able to have real interaction yet because trade shows aren't happening until they do. We kind of went off the rails for a little bit. Kind of got found a new fun and exciting thing. It's almost going to let you have little tables of people. You're going to be able to move around from people to people, person to person, sit at a table and have some fun with somebody, or get up and leave, and you're going to be able to see where people are. It's going to be a pretty cool thing. That's going to go on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central, because everything happens Central. And we'll be able to do that. Now that, let's see if Aaron is still here. Here's another thing. Sample packs. Any designs just want to test the feel. And this is something that is going to be up by Thursday. We're going to have sample packs up because that's what I want to do is have different things set up, and so that way you're able to get one of the different sizes, see how everything works. So give me to Thursday. We'll have the sample packs up so you're able to order those as well. Now, where did Aaron go? And let's see. I know we had it on here. I need to see if I can find that link. Aaron, where were we at with it? I just want to be able to post it for. There it is. Nope, that's a StreamYard link. Aaron, if you're still here, please. Okay, please post the link for the Wonder Party this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central. I know it was posted up here. I was just too lazy to scroll back, but I think I'm going to have to anyway, because I don't think. Oh, you're in the room. What was the question? Can you post the link for the Wonder Party? Because I thought I had that program, and I don't have it in there because it's an amazing thing. So if you can post that, we'll show it on the screen, and that'll be perfect for that. In the meantime, until oh look, there it is. How I should have known that. It was super simple. So OurSuccess.group/wonder. This is going to be a wonderful party, and I definitely think you should sign up for it. With that note, that is everything that I have learned so far, DTF related. So we have printers done, everything's ready to roll. Like I said, give me until 7 o'clock, and the transfers, the codes will go live. OSG members, you'll have your own special code for that. If anybody doesn't have any questions, we're going to get out of here. But there is one thing that we got to do. Look, Reggie, look. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Do you see yourself? Oh, look, there he is. So this is Reggie. Reggie's a bull springer. Reggie likes to poop on the floor, pee on the floor, likes to chew magnets off of the refrigerator, likes to chase the cats, likes to play with his big sister. She doesn't play too well with him, but she's getting better at it. But overall, this is Reggie. Reggie, can you say hi? Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Dogs sell. Woohoo! Buy from my dad so he can give me a collar. Whee! All right. You ready to go? Okay. We're going to get out of here. You guys have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always email us over. I think I have that in here too. You know what? Find us over on our links. linktr.ee/fatdadcd. You can find all the information on that. We look forward to seeing you soon. You can always find us over on our Facebook group too. Facebook.com. The other dog is jealous now, staring over here too. Peyton's like, "What the hell, Dad? You don't put me on there." Peyton, you want to be on too? Yeah. She's like, "What are you doing with that thing?" Oh yeah, that's thanks. Thanks, dog. Puppy breath. It smells amazing. Thanks. All right. You want up here too? Come here. Oh. 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 She's not electronic. She's like, screw this. I'm out of here. She knows better. All right. You guys have a great night. If you have any questions, you always get a hold of us. You know what to do. Peyton ran. She is not getting up here. She's not having anything to do with that. All right. You guys have a great night. We will see you Friday. Or just tomorrow night. We'll see you for training. 2 regular guys on Friday. Wonder Party Saturday. Busy week. You guys have a great week. We will see you next time. I don't have a fun sign off yet. We will come on that. So DTF transfers.